I welcome you all. My name is Raj Barge. I'm co-founder director of Raj Computer Education. We are a company into job placements and training. We provide live projects, internship, live experience on your projects as well as on-site training. Today's topic is regarding Java and its class and its array objects. So let's start with that. First, when it comes to class, fine, you should know what is the syntax of the class. So the class begins with the keyword class. Now in Java, it's compulsory the class name and file name has to be same. Then we define scope of the variables. In coming session, we'll be seeing how what are the different scope of the variables. Then we write constructor here. This is very important. What is constructor? Constructor is a special kind of function which has same name as the class name and which is used to initialize members of the class. Next, these are two methods. Now, what is method and how? What is the syntax of methods? We'll be seeing it. This is the start of your class, and this is the end of your class. So, your class is indicated into curly braces. Now, what is the second point here? Second point is regarding scope. By default, whatever you do in Java is public. Whatever you do in Java is public. But if you try to access anything outside the class, then it creates a problem. So you require an extra keyword in front of all the instance variable as well as member functions, a word public. Now what is private? Private is that thing which is accessed only within the class. This is better from security point of view. Next is protected. It is used when you share properties of one class with another class. The class you are sharing is called a superclass, and this class you are shared is called the child class is called a subclass. In that case, we'll be writing what? Protected. So that is done. Next, we have to understand basic idea and what exactly method is. So method is what we normally call as functions. So functions and methods both are same. So what is function? Function is a method in the class in its, and it has opening and closing brackets. So what is method basically? Method is a function only which has opening and closing brackets and it's a method inside the class. Second, it is a small unit of program. It is a small unit of program which is used for reusability. That means the main objective of writing function is you can use that function n number of times. Next, all the methods are written inside the class. Last important thing, that is when you are working with method, it can be static and non-static. So in later lectures we'll be seeing what is static and not non-static. But when it comes to method, this method can be divided into two basic types. That is method not returning value, that is void, and method which is returning data type. So second important thing, when you pass arguments to the method, fine, there are again three categories of method. That means you pass arguments to the method, or you have method without arguments, or you can return as void, or you can return as data type. So this is the combination what methods are created. So when it comes to method or function, it's a synonym kind of thing. Fine. So in case of method, what are the different parts of the method? There is a method name, then we'll be having data type and argument, comma, data type and argument, comma, and so on. Then we'll be having return type of that method. If your method is not returning anything, we'll be writing void. Fine. But if your method is returning, we are returning that data type what it is returning. When there is non-void keyword here, for example, it's string, integer, double, so on. So it has to return same data. And this return is a keyword. This return is a keyword. And next is scope. You know what is scope? Basically, we prefer using two scope, that is private and public. So this is the way of writing your method of function. So this method and function is written into two steps. First step is you have to define the method. You have to define the method. This is the first step. And second step is that you have to call them. So how methods are called in the class? If methods are non-static, then how they are called? They are called in very simple way. We create object of the class, that is m, for example. and then we access m dot method name. So it is always with the help of what? Object dot method name, and then we pass the argument. Because see, in this case we are passing a small method here, and then we are writing with this. So let's try out writing a special method in our class, and our class will be called as what? Math class. Let's try it. So I'm right clicking it. I'm saying new. I'm saying class. Inside this, I'll be saying math wala class. I don't write math wala. I'll be saying fine. I'll be writing. I'll be writing main inside this and saying okay. So now in this method, I'll be writing a small function here. So what is that function? It's the same what we just now seen it. So it's a function which says public. It is a calculation function. It is calculating what? It's calculating square of the number. So let this method be called as square. I normally write all my methods below main because they are easy to search. So I'll be saying my method is public. It can be accessed by anything. It returns integer value, and that method is called as function square. And it is going to take single argument. So it is taking single argument as number. And so this number again having a simple variable sq square. So what is square? Is number into number. So square is there. Then we return value of square. So how to use this? For this we have to create object of this class. So I created object of this class. I call this as a m. I initialize value by using keyword new. I created a constructor for it. I say m dot, and now it says method square, that is f square. And when it says f square, it is asking me to what to pass. I'm passing number as what? 5. This will display the number. So I should make some provision to display it. So I'll be saying sysout just to print it out. And I'll be saying square square is, and displaying that square method. So see now, I'm writing a method. I'm calling a method inside another method, that is print line. So you can call this way also, no problem. So see, there are two steps in the class. This is my step second, that is call to method. Right? It's a call to the method, and this is I'm defining method. So it's what? Method definition. So let's take it out and run. So I'm here. I'm just running it. It should show me square of the given number. So I'm passing 5. It should show me value 25. So it's working fine. Okay. Okay. In this case, now we'll be doing small thing. We'll be writing another function. So I think you got this concept of writing square. We can do one more thing. We can have a function which calls our own user-defined function also. Suppose, for example, suppose I want to define a method which is cube. In that case, what happens? See, I'm trying to call my internal method again. So I call this method as what? Cube. So in this cube, I'll be saying this as cu, whatever, and I'll be reading cup cube. Fine. Then see, this is already method function defined by me. So I'll be using this function. I'll be passing n here. What happens? First, this is going to calculate me what square. That square will be multiplied by again with what? N, and it will be saying cu cube. Array, I missed it. It's cu cube, and it is going to calculate now cube. So what happens? Suppose I use same value, and even I pass same value, that is 5. I'll be using here cube, and if I run this has to be what? This has to be what? Cube again, and this has to show cube of number. So what is the cube of number? Is 125. Okay. So can we write one more method which is going to calculate power of n numbers? So definitely we can. So what is that? Now it is not going to take single variable, it's going to take two variables. Fine. So can we write average method? Yes, we can write average method here. So you can work in that way, n number of combinations. So I'm writing one more method here, that is average. See, in case of average, what happens? When it comes to average, there are some changes here. So what are the changes here? First, my name is going to change. Average, it is AVG. It is not going to take single number, it is going to take two numbers, integer number 2. So when you get an average, it will divide and it will be in fractions. So I'll be defining not as an integer, this I'll be defining as double. And so my return type automatically change. It is not int, it has to be double. Suppose I forgot to specify double, what happens? What happens? It's still int. It shows me small error. What it shows? It shows add casting to int. That means please convert that double. It's second change method return type to double. Or it's saying change type of CU to int. That means the both the data type has to be same. So I'm coming here. I'm saying this as a double. So both are same now. How to get this is what I'm to get average. So I'll be saying average. So what is average in reality? It's very simple. It's a addition of number 1 plus number 2 divided by 2. It's number 1 plus number 2 divided by 2, and it is returning me that average, and that average is a. So can we check it now? Yes, we can check it. This is n number of objects we are passing right now. So I'll be using same again. This is calculate method. Fine. This is call to the method. Fine. So I'll be saying this as what? Average. Fine. Average, and I'll be here calling this as what? It's AVG average, and I have to pass two numbers. So 5 comma 7. It should return me some average, meaningful value of the average. So let's check it out. So it's saying 6.5. Is it correct? It's saying 12. Oh, I'm not satisfied only. Let this be considered as only 7, 9. Because I'm looking for number in fractions. Okay. It's 8. So 9 plus 7, is it 8? No. That means there is some problem again here. Fine. So what is the problem? Because when you divide this, it is see these are two integer variables. So I try to convert it into, I want to cast it to what? I want to cast it to double to get fraction value of it. So I'm saying casting it to double. Right? I try to run it again. It should not show me a value 8.0. What is this? 7 and 9. What is it? 16. So it's 8 only. Oh, I want some fraction value, fraction value, fraction value. Should I make it 8? 8 and 7, that should come into fraction now. Yeah, it's 7.5. So this is very important. Fine. So see, step by step, our maths Wala function is containing three function user different functions to get square, to get cube, to get average. Now we want to go with another function. And what is it? Again, it is going to get a power of the number as we talked. How to get a power of the number? It's again very simple. I will renaming this. See, I prefer using writing f, that is for functions. It's my prefix. It's not compulsory. Fine. So I'll be saying power. What is power? Power is having two basic operations. First it is having base, and next it is having index. So your loop is going to execute how many times? So we are going to write some calculation here. So I'll be saying this is my power. So PW or PR is for power. I'll be initializing this variable, and when you are multiplying anything, it has to multiply with 1. Fine, initializing to 1. Then we'll be writing a loop for finding power of the any number. We require some kind of counter. So we're saying integer I is equal to 1. Fine. Then we'll be writing a loop. Fine. So my loop has to do what? It has to loop itself till index time. If it is equal to index. Now I'm writing power of 3, this loop has to execute for 3 times. Fine. And I'll be saying plus plus. So every time when it is looping, what it should do? It should take power as a variable. Then after getting it, it should multiply with the base, and again with power. And at the end of this function, it should return what? A value which is stored into power PR variable. Let's check it out. So we'll be going for a very simple thing. We'll be getting same again. This is power. In this we'll be saying power of what? 5 power 3. So it should come 125. Let's check it out. which is running it and displaying power as it's saying 125. It's correct. So power function is working fine. This is all fine. Thank you, friends, and please do subscribe my channel, like and share. Thank you.